White House is deciding whether to permit a first-of-its-kind mining project at the bottom of the Pacific Ocean. Now, it follows an executive order signed by President Trump. This is way back in April, aimed at jump-starting the deep-sea mining industry. Spearheading these efforts, the metals company. Its shares have, in fact, soared more than 75% since the executive order was signed.
Shoot, Trump made millions off of that. I, I promise you he did. Him and his buddies both. I promise you they made millions off of that. On some Nancy Pelosi stuff, they made millions off of that. That's why he don't take a cut. That's exactly why he don't take a cut. It's a facade. Why would I want $100,000 when I can make $1 million on one flip? $1 million on he's making $1 million from the companies, giving him $1 million just for pushing it through. Then once he pushes it through, he's getting $1 million from the stocks. Why would he not do that? 10x your money. Why would you not do that?
70% of the known reserves of nickel and cobalt and manganese sit in the form of these polymetallic nodules. And they literally just sit on the seafloor like the one in my hand. So it's only a matter of time that we got around to it. And there was a false start back in the 70s when, and that's another story, right? Because the CIA were very involved in getting this whole industry started.
Really? Why so?
This is where it gets interesting. It's part of the Pacific Ocean with potentially billions of dollars worth of minerals.
I've got some ideas. I gotta...
Yeah, Trump ain't letting that go untouched. So that's international waters. I wonder how that would work out. Also, another thing. I'm curious on if the oil wells are those in international waters, and what is the regulations on those? What is the international water regulations? I would be interested on those. I'm gonna have to look into that.
Feeling it doesn't have anything to do with mining.
It has nothing to do with mining, but it was a great cover story.
Yep.
The Russian submarine, which had nuclear warheads on it, the K-129, sank in the Pacific. The Americans had already implanted listening devices on the seafloor around the Pacific, so they could detect nuclear explosion and other activities. They were tracking this submarine, and all of a sudden they heard an explosion. And the Russians didn't have this same technology installed in the oceans, and so the Americans quickly clocked onto it, and the CIA got involved. But
Believe that. It's like saying China don't have listening devices all throughout the world. In any possible place they can have them. America is the top dog, yes. But that doesn't mean we're that far ahead of anyone else. And if you look at the stat sheets, it's really only the way it's set up because it's already set up that way. That's the only reason we're the top dog. It's because we're already set up to be the top dog. That's the only reason we're the top dog. If China would have started first and China would have started out as the top dog, they'd still be ahead. We go with Russia. If Russia would have started off as a top dog, they'd still be ahead. That's really how I'm feeling.
they had to have a reason to be out there because the Russians were looking for their lost submarine and they'd had no idea where it was. They could just say, well, it left this port this time and we lost her.
I'm so thankful it is America. I just wish that we could get America on the right track.
At this date, in this location.
Seriously. I just wish
First,
we
they
could get
needed
us on the
to
right track.
establish were the warheads in place, were they worth recovering? And when they decided yes they were, they said, well, actually, we can't just go and pick them up because the Russians, it'll become an international incident. We might have World War III on our hands.
Yeah.
And so we need to use the recovery of these polymetallic nodules as the cover story to go and recover the sunken Russian submarine. So who can we get to front it? Howard Hughes, because everyone thought he's a bit crazy. He'll be up for this.
Fuck with Shawn Ryan laugh, bro. This should be funny. Gerard
Aims to
Barrett.
mine minerals critical for batteries and other green technologies.
This is the robot they had mining for minerals on the seafloor.
From the Clarion-Clipperton zone.
And so they reached out to Howard Hughes, and he said, yeah, of course, no problem.
Had to.
Good evening. All across the country today, Americans were debating the value of the Glomar Explorer, the ship Howard Hughes built for the CIA, a $250 million intelligence gathering project to raise from the ocean floor a Russian $1 billion intelligence. The ship Howard Hughes built for the CIA, a $250 million intelligence gathering project to raise.
Put it to you like this. If you want to know how corrupt America is, $250 million CIA ship right there that was built. What was it, in the 70s or whatever? I promise you go back to that exact same year and you go do all the funding for America and where all of our money went and the budget. You go check the American budget, bro. That $250 million is just black budget. It's just missing. Guaranteed. It's guaranteed. Prove me wrong. I'm telling you.
Raised from the ocean.
Y'all gonna say it was donated to the CIA by Raytheon or something? Okay. Okay. No, I mean, like, that could have happened. But they still paid for it.
For a Russian submarine.
Still paid for it.
The CIA funded it all, and there were other companies involved, and the Glomar Explorer became the first deep-sea exploration vessel.
What percentage of that rock has precious metals in it?
We turn 100% of this into saleable material, and it's got about 33% pure metal. I've had the first-hand experience of witnessing, in one particular region, it was in Indonesia actually, where 10 years ago there were no people focused on nickel mining. We visited there, my team and I, maybe 3 years ago. This town of 70,000 people had been built, all focused on nickel mining. And it was all 100% done by China.
Like I said, bro, you can't sit here and tell me that China, Russia, and America, all three of us, if one of us does something, the other two are doing it, like, just to say that they did it. Dude, it's, as soon as it happens, there goes both of them. Just like that, just turning like clockwork. Just gears shifting and the machine keeps moving.
I mean, when China sets its mind on things, they become very, very impactful and successful. And
You
in this
don't
case,
say.
That's what they've done.
A
You
bold
don't say.
new move from the White House could reshape America's energy future and the ocean floor. President Trump signing an executive order to fast-track deep-sea mining off the U.S. coast. The goal is to unlock billions of dollars worth of minerals like nickel, copper, and cobalt.
This is something actually that's never happened before in the U.S., this large-scale deep-sea mining. And President Trump is aiming to jumpstart the process of making this happen.
This industry almost went that way as well.
Man.
And it was only the election of President Trump that provided a pathway to us rescuing it, and America reasserted.
Cap. 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 Bro, the presidents only do what they're told to do. You can't tell me I'm wrong. I'm telling you I'm right. The presidents only do what they're told to do. You cannot tell me I'm wrong. I'm telling you I'm right. Cap.
Asserting its dominant role when it comes to ocean metals.
Hey man, y'all go ahead and tap in with Shawn Ryan on this one. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. Like, comment, subscribe. America trying to get rich. To fund wars. That's shit crazy. To fund wars. That is crazy. Wonder why that's happening. Anyways, like, comment, subscribe. Peace.